What's up, you beautiful Redditors? Hope you're having a fantastic Tuesday. Welcome to the RNEWS morning show. And let's just jump into it. From r/politics, Democrats planning 30-hour digital filibuster to try to stop Amy Coney Barrett being confirmed. Republicans will just unplug the network cable at the Capitol building and push her through. I laughed so hard at this, I could see it happening. GOP goon takes the mic while holding a bundle of severed Ethernet cables in the other hand. Why do you think the Democrats can protect you? They can't even get a Zoom working on FaceChat. Waves cables frantically in the air. WMOOSH, I'm a helicopter. Quote. Republicans really want the US to be a Christian Iran. They think the problem with the Middle East isn't all the religious extremism and fundamentalist governments. They just think it's the wrong religion. Yeah, Al-Qaeda. Jihadists is my absolute favorite. Walmarters. Taliban. Afghanistan. Good. I'm sick of the Dems trying to be perfectly cordial when the GOP never returns the favor. You're the party out of power. Let's mount a decent opposition. TBH, they should have done more during the questioning as well. They needed to show Amy's complete incompetency. And they didn't do that. I think the biggest incompetent moment she had was when she couldn't name all the 5 rights granted to you by the First Amendment. And that was from a Republican. From all I'm reading, they did show her complete incompetence. GOP Senate just doesn't care. They want the SCOTUS seat and nothing would change their mind at this point in the game. You're watching the RNEWS show. From r/news. Time replaces its logo for the first time in its history. Now, it says, vote. Should have changed it, time to vote. Bob, we're going to change the cover this issue. Holy crap. We've never done that before. What's the change? Time to vote. Okay. Change time to vote. Got it. Quote. It does though, in the subtext. They changed time to vote. They made it time to vote. It's both a call to action for readers and a mission statement for the November 2nd double issue, which covers the final days of the 2020 presidential election. Wow, a double issue. That must have around 16 to 20 pages. 40 pages of ads as well. Considering they come out every week and cost $30 a year, what exactly do you want them to do? No news this week, motherfrickers, this crap is important. Nancy Gibbs. The artwork, painted in tones of blue and red, was created by graphic artist Shepard Fairey, who rose to mainstream prominence for creating Barack Obama's Hope poster during the 2008 presidential election. That's a nice touch. The turnout is going to be big and a lot of people are going to discover the Electoral College again. It's freaked up because just by that word you know who they're supporting. Because one party doesn't want you to vote. You're watching the RNEWS show. From r/politics, Dave Bautista backs Biden over Trump in new campaign ad. It's easy to bully people. That does not make you a tough guy. We talk about the difference of being tough and someone who portrays himself as a tough guy, the 51-year-old says as footage of President Donald Trump rolls. It's easy to lie to people. It's easy to bully people. That does not make you a tough guy. It's easy to tell someone what they want to hear. It's not easy to tell someone what they need to hear. We're not in good shape. But this is how we're going to get out of it. That is being tough. This country more than anything right now needs someone who's going to have a plan. So we can get back on track, continues Bautista, wearing a t-shirt with the word freedom stamped across it. A leader is someone who can unite people, who takes responsibility. That's toughness. That is Joe Biden, the guy who is respected, who can talk to people, who can work out disputes, a guy who can be a leader. He's stepping back into this fight. For Americans, it's that simple. That is the guy we need running this country. Fire, 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 fire. We need to get him some kind of advisory role. He knows how to talk to a lot of these Trump supporters. No one will change the majority of their minds. But we can't give up. We just gotta get people that can reach them on their level. Guys like Bautista and The Rock can do so since there is a big overlap between the WWE and MAGA. Flex biceps, medium skin tone. Oddly enough, the majority of wrestling fans are left of center. I was just as surprised as you when I found it out a while back. I'd assume most are left of center but vote Republican anyway. You're watching the RNEWS show. From r/news, U.S. reports second highest day of coronavirus cases since the pandemic began. The highest day was Friday. Must be nice to live in an alternate reality during COVID. Trump is convinced that he saved 2 million lives. Meanwhile, he would be flipping out if a Democratic presidential was responsible for 1/10 of the carnage. Just like complaining about Obama's golf habits while he literally golfs on weekends while thousands of Americans die. He would be flipping out if a Democratic presidential was responsible for 1/10 of the carnage. What do you mean, would be? He is doing that with Biden and the H1N1 virus. Remember in March, there were plenty of memes pointing out how 3K died of coronavirus. 18K died of Obama virus. Now they have moved on to just saying the total case numbers of 60 million. Cognitive dissonance is strong on that side. Remember when labor force participation rate mattered more than unemployment rate? Then Trump's unemployment rate went under 4 and then it mattered. It's amazing how strong their ability to fit data to a narrative is. If the crap I've been using doesn't work, I don't change my view. I change the data. Friday was the highest day of coronavirus cases so far. Still lots of time for Trump to break records. Trump and Pence continue to spread COVID with their maskless rallies. Let me guess, this record won't last more than 24 hours. You're watching the RNEWS show. From r/politics, Jennifer Aniston endorses Joe Biden, says voting for Kanye West, not funny. I actually managed to forget Kanye was running till just now. On my ballot in Utah, he was listed right above Biden. Should be the state motto at this point. Fricking Utah. I do know someone who voted for Kanye. I thought he was smarter than that. I lost a bit of respect for him. Same. And then people defended him saying that both candidates suck. Which is exactly what the GOP wants you to think, so you throw your vote away. Joe Biden might be just a return to center, but we need it before we can ever hope to go left. Both candidates suck. Trump is a misogynistic, racist, corrupt, vulgar, selfish, greedy, incompetent, disgusting failure of a businessman who filled the White House with members of his own family. Biden is a normal politician. Normal, as in what was considered normal before everything went insane. It's like saying, both options suck, when presented with a choice between a Hot Pocket or an actual piece of crap for dinner. Yeah, I know Hot Pockets aren't the best thing in the world, but at least they're food and not feces. Kanye was not on Texas's ballot. GOP goofed with thinking Texas was safe, smiley face. This is terrible to say, but I wish Kanye would just give us the beats, take the money, and shut the frick up. I would settle for just shutting the frick up. You're watching the RNEWS show. From r/news, White House Chief of Staff Mark Meadows says, we're not going to control the pandemic, as coronavirus cases hit record high. We've tried nothing and we're all out of ideas, the Trump administration, apparently. That's not true. They've had plenty of ideas. Injecting bleach, abandoning people in Democrat-run areas so they can blame the governors, and more. In before some dippers hit goes, what do you want them to do? OMG. That's my mom's talking point. It's the governor's faults. Trump has no authority over anything. Most people don't remember the time the Trump administration stopped USPS from distributing 640,000+ masks to the American people for free. Rampant COVID isn't the result of incompetence. It's a deliberate attack on Americans for the purpose of creating chaos and consolidating power. It's Trump's Reichstag fire. Yeah dude, we get it. Y'all ain't done crap except talk crap since day one of this. You made a choice. Meanwhile, Vietnam followed the playbook from day one. The book American tax money funded. Our playbook works. Other countries demonstrate that. Mongolia and Vietnam kicked the crap out of this pandemic by just following basic safety steps. And the US can't even get its freaking pants on. Taiwan, New Zealand, Vietnam, and several other countries are controlling it. South Korea. And that's where we're going to end today's show. But if you like what you saw, leave a like, and if you want to see more of the RNEWS show, hit that subscribe button. As always, this has been the RNEWS show and I'll see you tomorrow.